This is Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Ryan. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set, 180.
Check 45, somebody. All you get is a header. All you get is a header.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions,
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
We're scoreless after 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, he completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Get down. Ready. Back 25.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check 26. Check 26.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 14 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
2nd and 6 at the 39.
From the 39, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mayfield on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Hey, echo.
45.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Browns 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting them
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
45. Mike, 45.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready, blue 80, 525.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a pickup of 3.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
59, 30, 25. Get that quarterback.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second and a couple. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Run.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Freeman again. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3.
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 70 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now it's Freeman. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. There's Matt Bosher now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths